Hello, hello, and welcome to a new beautiful week where we get to spend some time together on this beautiful morning. I welcome you to just be exactly where you are. And today we're going to talk about hunger as your teacher, craving more than just food. So, welcome to week 3. Just this nice soulful check in with yourself, with your body, with your heart, with your soul, and just really soak in these moments. Just start feeling settled where you're at, tuning in to where you're at. And we're going to sit with something that we often try to avoid, and that is hunger. And when I say hunger, I don't mean the growl in your belly. I mean almost the ache in your chest, the anxiety or stress you may feel, the longing for something more, the craving in your body that whispers, I really want more. And for many of us, when that ache arises somewhere within us, we eat. We move to food. Not because it's something wrong or anything like that, but because food has become the fastest, the safest, and most accessible way to quiet that craving, the comfort, the peace, and the love. Think about that for a moment. But what if that hunger wasn't a threat? What if hunger started being your teacher? So I want you to start with a breath. Maybe place one hand on your belly, one place on your heart, but really focus in on the belly because that's where hunger comes first. It speaks to you. I want you to inhale deeply, exhale slowly, and just feel yourself arrive in this moment. There's different kinds of hunger. Not all hunger is physical. Sometimes hunger is actually emotional. A craving for safety, a desire to feel comforted, a reach for control when life feels just a little chaotic. Sometimes hunger is spiritual, a disconnection from joy, a longing to feel fulfilled or even seen. So the question becomes, what are you truly hungry for? When you walk into the kitchen and you're not actually physically hungry, what are you actually seeking in that moment? I want you to think about this. Are you going for comfort, peace, distraction, numbing yourself? This isn't about putting ourselves in a place of shame. It's about a sacred, inquiry of who you are. Because cravings are not the enemy, they are actually the messenger in all of this. They are trying to get your attention. And that's what I want you to observe in this next week ahead is check in with your hunger. What if you didn't silence the craving? What if instead of grabbing something to eat, you paused and you asked, what part of me is speaking right now? What do I want from this very moment? What if the craving wasn't trying to sabotage you, but actually revealing something to you? Maybe it's telling you you need a break, you need a spark of joy, you need to cry, you need to move, you need to be witnessed. This is the week we start listening, we start tuning in. because your hunger is not the problem. Your hunger is an invitation to start looking more inward within you. So I want you to start being in a place of honoring without acting. So there is power in sitting with a craving and not fight it, but to actually start feeling it. Try this week. Next time you feel a craving, pause, place your hand on your heart and say, I see you, I hear you. I'm not going to abandon you. Let that feeling rise. Let the truth rise. Let the craving lead you to the root, not just for the relief of it. This is about becoming safe in your own body again. Safe with emotion, safe with hunger, safe with desire. This 8 weeks is about tuning into yourself, your body, your soul. And that all comes with being curious, as I've mentioned in previous weeks. So this week, I want the question to be, what part of me is asking to be fed? Ask it before a meal. Ask it when you reach for a snack. Ask it in actual stillness. Pause. This has been a theme. We pause. We pause. Is it your body, your heart, your loneliness? What part of you is actually hungry? And how can you start feeding yourself with the truth that lies inside of you? Maybe it's a walk. Maybe it's actually drinking some water. Maybe it's to call someone, to connect with somebody. Maybe it's journaling. Maybe it is food. And you eat it because of nourishment, with full presence in yourself and a lot of compassion behind it. The point is, you get to choose. You get to lead yourself, not with rules, but with actual wisdom. So this week, I really, really want you to think about what part of me is asking to be fed. We're so quick to rely on food to almost distract us, to put us in a place of almost feeling worse than we originally started. So think about that. Pause. Check in with yourself. Start finding out what true hunger actually means for you. We're going to move through a meditation. So if you haven't gotten in a comfortable position, I want you to do so. To start loosening your body. This meditation is a space to pause and tune in. Take a few deep breaths in and exhales out. Just arriving exactly where you are, maybe closing your eyes, feeling grounded, feeling settled. And I want you to take a long, slow breath in through the nose, hold at the top, and then exhale gently through your mouth. Do this a few times. Let your breath start settling into its own rhythm. Let your shoulders drop. Let that jaw unclench. Let your mind begin to quiet and soften. This is your sacred place to listen, to feel, and to remember. I want you to bring your awareness to your belly, the center of your physical hunger. Place one hand there if you'd like. And ask yourself, am I physically hungry right now? Or is it something else asking to be fed? You don't have to answer. You can just ask and you can start listening. You can start actually tuning in because we just forget to sometimes do that nowadays. We live in such a fast-paced world. You can just ask and listen, tune in. Maybe you feel an emptiness in your stomach, and that's actually real. Maybe you feel a tightness in your chest, an emotional hunger. Maybe your body is whispering for connection, for comfort, for actual clarity. Now, gently bring to mind a recent moment where you've felt a strong craving. What were you reaching for? And more importantly, what were you seeking in that moment? Reaching for and seeking for are two completely different things. Was it food? Food allowing you to soothe whatever you're feeling? Was it taste, possibly? Or were you looking for touch? Was it fuel or actual feeling? Breathe into that. This is not about control. It's about understanding yourself. Coming to this space of understanding your body. It's about listening deeper than you've ever listened before. Hunger is not the enemy, it's the teacher. And today, we let that guide us. I want you to bring your awareness now to your heart space. Let's ask it a question. What am I truly hungry for in this season of my life? Is it peace? Is it presence? Is it love? Not just from others, but maybe more even for yourself. Is it to be seen, heard, held? Whatever arises, let this moment honor it. Just truth. You do not need to suppress your cravings. You need to understand them. You do not need to run from maybe the ache that you feel. You need to learn its language. You may simply be asking for more of what matters. And I want you to silently repeat after me these bold, beautiful statements. I listen to my hunger with love. I feed myself with truth. I am safe to want more. My cravings are invitations to return to myself. Let those words move from your mind into your body. Let them settle in your belly, your chest, and even your breath. And I want to take one last deep breath together. We're going to inhale, we're going to welcome curiosity. And on that exhale, we're going to release anything that is no longer serving us. Gently bring your awareness back to this space. And if you're ready, you can start opening your eyes. You're allowed to be hungry. You're allowed to want more. Just because we pause It gives us time to ask ourselves, what part of me is asking to be fed? This is where your healing lives. So this week, the practice is everyday check in. Am I physically hungry? If not, what am I truly needing? I want you to journal it. I want you to observe it. I don't want you to have to fix it. I just simply want you to feel it. Let it teach you. Let it guide you. Let it become you. And I want to remind you that it's okay to want more. You're allowed to have hunger for food, for life, for pleasure, and for peace. You do not need to shrink your hunger. You just have to start understanding it. Because your hunger, when honored, will always lead you back to a place of nourishment. So, going back to that question this week, what part of me is asking to be fed? Sometimes when we have anxiety or stress or anything like that, and we have those emotions that come into us, we actually think we are hungry. When a lot of the time it's not actually hunger, it's emotions. And a lot of times with emotions, we end up eating because that's a very place where you start to feel comforted. But when you start understanding the difference, that's when things start changing and evolving in your weight loss journey. I want you to repeat after me. I trust my hunger. I listen to my cravings. I feed myself with truth. I trust my hunger. I listen to my cravings. I feed myself with truth. I'm sending you much love to you as you move through your week, feeling grounded, feeling at ease with exactly where you are. Go into this week with curiosity, with stillness, moments where you actually get to pause. I hope this for you as you move into this week. Let this be your guiding reference for how this week is going to serve you. Sending you so much love. Until next week.